Alright everybody, so we're going to do something very different today. We're going to do an Ask Me Anything. So I went on Instagram and Facebook the other day and I asked you guys to ask me as many questions about anything that you wanted to know about me. And I got tons, I've got tons on my phone. And you know what? We should just answer them. But before we begin, I just need a few things. Hold on. Okay, I got that, and still feel... Oh, perfect. Fake microphone, so it looks official. And, oh. It's empty because I'm fasting, but I'll keep it there. Alright, so let's begin. First question. Why is your wife so cool? You should buy her bubble tea. I don't understand this question. My wife is not cool. Okay. Question 2. What are your thoughts on human sacrifice? It's not good? I don't know. Question 3. How do you think of topics for videos? Normally, I basically put just random words in a top hat and I draw out as many as I can and I try to make a video from that. No, I'm totally kidding. Usually it's just whatever I want to talk about for that day. It could be just something related to something maybe I discovered on the internet or something that's just been a question that's been boggling my mind. But just anything that's kind of topical for me. Or just anything that I've really been like researching recently. So like you've noticed my videos never like correlate with each other. It's always because I'm interested in different things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Next question. Do you still feel as passionate about making videos as you did when you started? I would say, because I started making videos a long time ago. Like I've done, you know, like videos when I was a child. Like I made like music videos and then I went into like political videos. And now I'm here making these videos. And I would say I'm more passionate since I was a child about the video making process. But right now, like it's become so kind of so normal for me to make videos that I'm still passionate about it, but it's just something I like doing. Like I love experimenting with things. So I don't know about that. I'm definitely more passionate than I was when I was a child, but you know, now compared to when I started in December, I guess it would be like the same. Why did you become a teacher? I couldn't find a job in anything else. No, I'm kidding. So I really love this movie called Dead Poet Society. It was one of my favorite movies. And I was like, that is so cool. I want to change lives too. I'm going to become a teacher. And so my students probably know this. I try to make every lesson as completely metaphorical and crazy as possible. It probably drives my students crazy, but I love it. So really, what matters? What's the most rewarding aspect of being a teacher? It's hard to say. You don't really notice these things when you're teaching, but it's when the students come up to you afterwards and they're like, you know, thank you so much. You gave me so much confidence. I feel like there's so much that is like different about me since I started. And when you hear those comments, you feel so much more excited about your job because you feel like you're actually making a change. So the most rewarding aspect is when you actually have an effect on students' lives, which I don't know how often that happens. I don't know if it happens like ever really, but one time a student came up to me and said that, you know, like she became more self-confident because I always pushed her that way. And that was amazing. That felt so good. So yeah, I guess that's the most rewarding thing. Does your teaching affect your writing? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Everything affects my writing. Music affects my writing. You know, the weather affects my writing. But the cool thing with teaching, especially because I teach people from so many different countries, is that I get so many different perceptions and so many different cultures in my classroom, and I'm learning new things like every day. So I always come up with new ideas. Sometimes my students, when they are doing their assignments that are a little bit more creative, they come up with creative ideas, which in turns give me really creative ideas to like turn into my writing. And even like for some of my like video making that I do here, I come up with some really cool ideas at the school. Why do you fix people's grammar all the time? Who hurt you? It's my job. What do you mean? I have to do this. Like, you know what? If your grammar sucks, that's your problem. Have you considered a goatee? No. And the reason why is because I think I would look terrible. This is the best thing that's happened to me, otherwise I look like a child. So I'm just gonna keep the beard and I'm not gonna shave it ever. When does production start on the next film? You know what? Let's do it right now. Contact me, send me an email, and we'll get the next film started. No, I mean, wait until after Ramadan. I'm way too tired today to do, or, you know, anything. So, yeah, after Ramadan, let's do it. What do you do to empower women? Like, fight the patriarchy, break gender norms? I don't know. What kind of question is this? I mean, I totally believe in feminism. I think it's a very important thing, and it's completely underrated, but I don't know what I do. I try to empower women themselves by telling them, you know, like, don't take other people's shit, pretty much. Is that a good answer? Okay. Who would you save in a fire, your wife or your guinea pig? I've thought about this, and the answer is obviously my wife, because she would save the guinea pig, so I think we're okay. What is your greatest fear? Normally I would say death, but I guess not getting any views on this video would probably be my greatest fear right now. What advice would you give for people struggling in their relationship with their partner? Break up. No, I'm kidding. Communicate. Communicating is the most important thing in any relationship, whether you're friends or you're in a marriage or you're, you know, dating or anything, really. Communication and having clear, honest, open communication is the most important thing. The point where you start having secrets and you start hiding things is where things start to get a little bit dangerous. So communicating, saying what you need to say, being honest with yourself, I mean, that's basics 101. How do you get your inspiration? Honestly, inspiration's a funny thing. Like, it comes from anything, I would say. Like, I could be listening to a song on a specific day and all of a sudden, boom, like a story starts in my head and I'm just kind of like gathering the pieces and getting what's there, and I'll just write it down. Or I'll be watching like a TV show and, you know, like just maybe something that they say or some kind of plot device like brings out a whole story for me. Or even just having a conversation or having a debate or talking about like a social issue. Like, anything really can create some kind of inspiration for me. Like, I run a lot on visual and audio inspiration, so like usually listening to music or seeing things, especially when I see people, I can kind of like, I'm always interested to know what their story is. Like, I love people watching. I know it's creepy. Yeah, I know it's creepy, but I love people watching. It's like one of my favorite things, so I don't care. What is your greatest challenge? I think my greatest challenge is fighting with myself. I'm always kind of trapped in my head whenever I think about things, so every time I'm like making a video or I'm making anything, I'm usually concerned with all the small stuff and it starts to bother me, and because I don't really talk about it, it's just always there. And so I'm always being challenged, by getting over those obstacles of being like, no, I'm doing fine, stop doubting yourself, stop thinking you can't do this, you can do it, just keep going. Like, I think that's probably my biggest challenge, but I'm getting better at it, so yay. How are you balancing work and Ramadan? I'm not. I'm doing a terrible job. I'm incredibly tired. Then again, it's like the second day, so, you know, third day, see? I'm not doing well at all. But I just feel like fasting and working has gotten easier over the years just because I know what to prioritize. Like, I know that sleeping early is a good idea, and having a lot of water, especially because I'm a teacher, so I feel dehydrated much easier than I would in probably any other job. So, you know, prioritizing those two things in the month of Ramadan is important, and it's something that I'm, you know, picking up a lot faster. And that was it. That was the last question. That was so fun. That was so cool. So, thank you so much for your questions. I really appreciate it. I really wouldn't be able to do this video without you, just because, you know, you have the questions, I have the answers. That's how it works. So thank you so much for your questions. If you're new to this channel, please check out my other videos, because this video is probably not a good indication of how this channel usually goes. And you know what? I will see you in the next one. Also, please no, this is fake mic. Please subscribe if you'd like. You don't have to. Actually, I don't really need you to subscribe, but it would be nice. I would really like it. My birthday's coming up, and if you're short on money, a subscription to my channel would be nice. But if you have money, I would like that. Just saying. Thank you. Oh, sorry. One last question. What's happening to the Clearly Literate Cafe? I'm asking myself this. And so I have a really special announcement, is that the Clearly Literate Cafe is shutting down. Not a bad thing, don't worry, not a bad thing, because we're just changing the name. It's pretty much staying the same, but I'm just changing the name to the Curious Society. Why would I say that? I'm not supposed to unveil the name. Oh well, whatever, I've already done it. So basically, I'm changing the name just because, just for personal reasons. I feel like it fits my brand more. So that's going to be our new name going forward. And I'm so excited. I'm really excited about this change. It's just going to, it leads to many other changes. So you should be excited too. I'm excited. You're excited. This is going to be exciting. And you know what? More on that later. I'm going to go. Bye.